welcome to our channel. We are doing it for the first time, I know, but we'll be continuing this process in the next 8 to 10 weeks, analyzing IPL games and stuff, and let's see where this goes, right? So, my name is Aryan Shaw. I have Harishankar with me, another cricket avid uh, chap who loves to talk about cricket, who loves to play cricket in general. We are all those chaps who love to play as well as talk about cricket. Today we are analyzing
Yeah,
a very important game that happened yesterday, which was the match between KKR and MI at Wankhade Stadium, Mumbai. And KKR obviously scored 220 at the loss of 4 wickets, if I'm not wrong, 4 or 6 wickets.
yeah,
Yeah, probably.
224 was it? I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll,
four
I'll, I'll
wickets. Yeah,
just add the scorecard. But yeah, they scored 220. That's what matters, right? Wickets don't matter at this point of time in D20 cricket.
yeah,
Uh, 20 below par, Harishankar?
yeah, definitely. I mean, on a one-carry pitch, which is filled with red soil. We saw that India-England game
True.
where on that pitch India got 250. Obviously, batting lineups are different, but on this pitch you want to ideally get 240. So KKR put up a decent total. I think they just got in between. So anything less than 220, I would say they were completely out of the game. But yeah, they got something which is defendable, I'd say, on this pitch. But yeah, agree with that 20 shot point, definitely.
Yeah, so I think the turning point of the match specifically would be one of the main important points would be Ajinkya Rahane scoring 60 or 40. He scored, I think, 44 in the first 21 balls and then scored 23 in the next 19 balls. So I think that is where things started to build up for KKR specifically. They were kind of choked for runs, and obviously Jasprit Bumrah did what he does as always. You have to bank on those 2 to 3 overs that he bowls at the death, right? So again, the toss was won by Mumbai Indians. Obviously, it's a red soil pitch, so you would probably want to bowl first and try to chase it down because the bounce is consistent. And obviously, with dew coming in, although it didn't come yesterday, but yeah, with dew coming in more often than not, it helps the batters because the ball comes onto the bat pretty nicely. Specifically, I would say like Varun Chakravarti and Sunil Narayan would also fancy bowling first rather than second because again they would be able to grip the ball well. So that also didn't add to KKR's defense today because yesterday because obviously they bowled second, which meant that the ball was skidding on directly onto the bat. That was probably about it for the match summary. I would also like to talk about the turning points of the match or the few moments of the match which were pretty crucial in the overall how the game actually shaped up right in the end. So what I would say is the over number 3 in the first inning itself, Finn Allen hitting that debutant bowler, the off spinner or the leg spinner, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know whether he was an off spinner or leg spinner because again it was very difficult to pick him. He was bowling like 100 kilometers per hour, so yeah, he was just putting it into the
I
into
think he
Finn
was
Allen's
just Mumbai's Varun Chakravarti. I think
yeah, it was a
I didn't know he
mystery.
was
He
bowling
was
on and yeah,
a
they
mystery spinner.
Mumbai's Varun Chakravarti.
Yeah.
Let's say.
So he was putting it into Finn Allen's arc. He was hitting it over mid on, over long on, and everything else like at every other part of the ground. So yeah, I think 17 runs came off of the third over. Before that, the first 2 overs were pretty decent. I think the first over, 10 to 12 runs were conceded. In the second over, Hardik Pandya actually bowled pretty well, restricted to 4 runs if I'm not wrong, and 5 dots, only a boundary to concede. Right. There was another important moment in the match. It was the sixth over of the match in the first innings itself. Shardul Thakur bulldozed slower deliveries. I think it was a Rohit Sharma plan because there he was, Rohit Sharma pointing directly Shardul Thakur against Finn Allen when he got the wicket at long on. It was a slower delivery into the pitch. I think it gripped well, and then obviously Finn Allen, the inner part of the bat, didn't connect it well, straight to Tilak Verma, if I'm not wrong, at long on. So that was an important matchup, I would say, because again, Finn Allen at its destructive best can uh, the anchor the innings as well as play it at a pace wherein you won't feel as if he's anchoring the innings because he can score like 80, 90 in a span of 30, 35 balls. So yeah, that's one more thing. Uh, what I would also say is probably the best moment of the match would be Anukul Roy catching off Rohit Sharma, because again in this T20 tournament such as the IPL, it's always the batters who have the upper edge. The bowlers go under the radar, but the most neglected people are the fielders, right? So probably I would say that the best moment of the match for me personally was Anukul Roy catching Rohit Sharma. Harishankar, what was your best moment?
I think that was probably one of the best moments in that game because obviously KKR were done and dusted at that point in that game. Obviously Rohit doing so well. But coming back to Rohit's point, I think one of the best moments was everyone just not only just the Mumbai fans, the KKR fans, the entire stadium, the entire commentary box, just appreciating Rohit for what he's done over the past few months. Firstly, regarding his weight. Secondly, regarding his fitness. Obviously, weight in a positive sense, and what he's brought to that game. So my thing is that Rohit is not a really explosive IPL player in terms of accelerating the game. But what he's done in this game is he's just completely taken the game away. He's looked energetic in the field, from the start. Just Rohit just had that positive vibe in him. And me being a huge fan of him, I was personally satisfied with Rohit's performance on and off the field. Obviously, I'm not a Mumbai fan, but again, I would love to see Rohit and Virat do well. So I think my favorite moment in the game was when everyone was appreciating Rohit, his batting, his fielding. He had some couple of dives where he stopped those twos, can stop those ones as well. So I feel in general, Rohit's just out of the moon. He came out of the moon and everyone just appreciating him. I think that was one of the best moments for me.